for action. Mark Lindsay, along with Jason Goebel and Suyash Mehta, are 3 officials, and the rookie Isaiah Collier with it.
Does those things. He's on the right track.
He is certainly that. Signed a 3-year contract with the Toronto Raptors. Came to camp on a 2-way battle. Filipowski with a 3. He can do that. You mentioned it. He's shooting 39%.
And you see this Utah, it's not a lot of ball pressure again, and they pack it in, forcing you to shoot outside shots, using their size and length. And I'm just thinking, that's a lot of length, that's a lot of ability in the perimeter and around the basket, along with Kessler in the paint.
George fires a 3 that is good, drifting.
Playing more consistent minutes and getting those opportunities. Great step through.
Doesn't work, popped out in a long rebound. Filipowski, the corner 3 doesn't go. When he entered the game, his team down 8. And they sliced it to 1. A hustling rebound for Filipowski. Now Kessler on him. Scotty jab step. Little shake shimmy, up fake.
Get control of this game. They got 11 points. This is wide open.
Yeah, can't have that as Filipowski. Lone coverage.
And your vet at the time, you remember? Derek Martin.
Derek Martin,
and
yes.
Derek Martin, really, I just saw you guys just grew so much. He helped you so much. And it's something you sometimes you think of being involved, not just the 3-point shooting and those opportunities, but being more engaged in the overall game.
Completely agree. I think that's the key too. And even with that, competing against one of the top in some of the top teams, and you just go for it. But there is always that risk, like you mentioned. Like there is always a risk of like.
This piece will help us against the Boston Celtics or against another team when you talk about whatever you're putting in from a roster standpoint. I'm not going to say any names, but
I cannot believe you.
Did you say it? Did you say the name?
No, I did not.
I won't say it either. Wow. I mean, I just
I can't. It's a.
Thanks, RJ next time.
Shot doesn't go. Kessler, how about Kessler ripping it away?
Get the offensive rebound, 2-hand putback. And did you say Kessler has 18 rebounds in the first half?
Yeah.
Blocking shots, stealing the passes, getting the passing lanes, being a presence on the defensive end.
Shed has 3 fouls. A.J. Lawson with 3. And the teaching continues with Darko and the rookie Jamal Shed. Raptors back up by a dozen. They've led the entire way in the opening quarter. And now they record Kessler with 18. The 18 rebounds are most by
George. Is a very talented young player scoring the ball. Very aggressive.
Coming up, Brad, Matt, Sherm, Danielle. And George gets both. We had the opportunity to see him. A couple of shot clock down. Logo 3 doesn't go. Up on the glass. And a turnover. Lead pass now to Sensabaugh. Lays it up and in. Has 8 points, 9 rebounds here in the first half. Martin gets it to George. He'll let it go with a left and comes up short. Raptors lead 57-46. One of the many great players.
That's a travel, Matt. I just don't understand. That was great defense by Shed picking up.
Here's Shed. Shot doesn't go. And George is going to come away with it. Here's Filipowski filling it up again from 3.
All right, you read that record a little bit, but they have some very good pieces, interesting pieces.
Last time they made the postseason was in the 2021. His 20th double-double. It's a 9-1 run.
And Matt, see the dunk that Scotty had, right?
3 ball from the corner pocket.
Pump fake. No hesitation. Baseline, one hand, lean into the. Guess what? The defense, they may move out your way because they don't want to be on the highlight film. That's one thing I learned about Vince. Vince dunk on you. Next 2 or 3 plays, they're moving out the way.
Yeah.
And things become easier. So Scotty recognized that on that 3rd possession.
They don't want to be on the poster.
No, not at all.
That's good. And then, as you see throughout the progression of a game, all of a sudden, that clogged, restricted area becomes just a little bit more open.
One adjustment is not beneficial to the team. But as an offensive player, you want to continue to put pressure on the defense.
7 of 16 shooting's done a lot of damage at the foul line. 8 of 8, and Raptors have been in control throughout. They did cut it to 1, Utah. That was back in the... We talked about that rim. Soft rolls through, and Barnes impressive, and then the other way. They'd be right in the play-in if they were in the East, but the thing that's crazy about looking at the East right now from the play-in on down is that corner 3 is good for Cody Williams, as I mentioned, the younger brother. And then New York has a 3.5 game lead over Milwaukee, and then Boston, they're 7.5 back at Cleveland. Because if you're the Toronto Raptors, and yeah, you're going through a season like this, but there is an understanding. Stutter step, and it spills out. George, the bucket.
And he's talented again offensively.
Raptors lead by 13, 8:05 to go. Fourth quarter action. Here's Sexton spinning around, and it pops out.
That was a big time spin move, and just staying involved in the play, the possession, even with a Kessler shot blocker. He was not discouraged, kept going to the shot blocker.
George with a left.
It was not a great play, but do what you do best. Get back outside that perimeter and let it fly. You know what I say? Might as well go for 40.
That's his career high. And quickly, as George is at the line.
And the pressure, when you have a point guard that can score at a high clip, Castleton has a really good understanding and feel for the game as well. You saw him directing the offense after getting the rebound, not rushing anything, knows where the opportunities will come from.
Raptors get the W. They'll see one another a week from tonight in Salt Lake, and we'll be there.